little bit about you. Welcome to the Oracle's table for the month of June. Last month, we're going to do a little recap.
Yes, last month, oh goodness, you had a King of Cups as your challenge. I thought that was very interesting. Because the King of Cups is really a good person.
Yes.
And
This from here.
it comes from the heart. So that it should be your challenge must indicate that you're a little gun shy. That you'd been perhaps hurt once or twice.
Yes.
And so your guard is up.
And you're a sword queen.
And you're a sword queen and you don't understand coming straight from the heart. You know, you have to digest everything through the brain. And so that's why you were challenged by that. But
yeah, and we did have the goddess. Remember, the Empress was the first card.
He must think of you as a goddess, in fact.
And so we had said also Gemini is a little detached from that side of themselves, which is really the central nature of the female. So that was at play all last month. And then we had at the very end.
Oh, you had healing. Moving into your sanctuary, whatever that may be, wherever that may be, and then healing from past wounds. And so perhaps the King of Cups was facilitated that healing process for you.
That's right.
So let's see.
What a month.
What a month.
What does June bring? I can
What does
hardly wait.
She's a Gemini.
I can hardly wait. I always love this part.
All right,
of
so
the month.
we have a classic 4-card spread. The first card is your overall tone of the month, what colors the month, what decorates it. And the second one is?
The second one is challenges, which I think I'm going to take these off
It
just
is
for a
getting
moment.
quite warm up
Right.
here in the Harmony.
The second one is challenges, things you might face, things that could trip you up. The third card would be the unexpected, which we always say, forewarned.
It is forearmed.
That's why you come to us,
Yes.
right?
Yes, you need warning.
Last card would be the outcome of the month, or just sort of an overall sort of wrap up of what to expect. You ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Here we go.
You will see if the devil comes up. We'll shades.
There's the Hangman again. All right, the first card is the Hangman.
The Hanged Man.
But he's upright.
upright.
But he's upright.
That's a good thing.
Oh, that's a wonderful thing.
Okay, well.
This is an extremely spiritual card.
Yes, it is.
Because along your journey through life, there is a point at which you come where you need to stop, detach, stand on your head, and see the world through a completely different perspective.
Right. We had this card. I cannot remember who it was for.
Was it?
Oh, it was. And we had said, "Come to us."
Yes.
It's like a self-imposed suspension from class. Kind of like, yes,
well,
like what used to happen.
Like
It's true.
Life
That's
is
right.
a school.
Yes. So you're going to give yourself a break. But not just a break. You're going to take a time out.
Yes.
Which is nice because you need to step back and kind of see without judgment, without putting pressure on yourself, Gemini. You need to like put yourself in sort of stasis we had talked about before. So that would be sort of similar to
sort of a non-judgmental state of mind.
Yeah, kind of like being in one of those deprivation tanks.
Oh, yes. Where it goes dark and you're floating and all you hear is this beautiful music and you're not really evaluating, because Geminis are constantly evaluating. They're juxtaposing different elements of their life, comparing, making, and so that they can kind of make rational sense of everything.
Right, which is cool because actually we are good at this.
Oh, you're very good at
We're
that.
good at, like, if life is a maypole, boy, we can dance around it and drive people who are in our lives absolutely crazy by changing our minds. But
Yes.
we're not really changing our minds. We're just saying, well, what if we did this? Well, maybe we should do that. Well, what if it, came to this and we sort of made it turn out this way? It's like
Right.
many scenarios for Gemini.
But what's beautiful about this is because by detaching, you see, and allowing the spectacle of your life to sort of appear before you, you can in fact see it differently. And what perhaps didn't make sense before or was befuddling you will make sense to you. So this is a whole month of literally meditating on your life.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a beautiful month, actually,
Mm-hmm.
because the Geminis tend to become caught in the fury of their life. They have so
That's
much going
true.
on, and they're caught in every single aspect of it, trying to do the best they can no matter where they are, and it might fatigue you. You see, this drains you.
Yes.
And so this will be an opportunity to get that energy back inside of you.
I just remembered it was for Scorpio. Scorpio had this because we said hang a do not disturb sign or make one out of
that's
poster board.
Right, and it was in there.
And put it on your door.
Unexpected, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Yes, and we had yes, I remember. All right.
So call your Scorpio friends, see what they're doing.
Yeah.
How
Hang
they're-
out together.
How they're getting through their self-imposed suspension from the school of life. Right?
what it is.
Right on. Okay,
All
next
right.
card.
Mhm.
We have Gemini's card.
Right.
And so the challenge really is, if you are single, as you said,
Yes.
to balance the male and the female, because Gemini is a very male sign. And last month we had the Empress in the position that was the first
Yeah,
position.
the overall complexion of the month.
Right.
Of the month.
So would seem to me that the challenge would be to maybe revere your sensual nature, your more feminine nature within your relationship, or just within yourself.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
heart and the mind.
Yes, it is.
It's the opposition between the heart and the mind, which is what a Gemini is always dealing with. To go with the heart or to go with the mind. They
Right.
tend to want to go with the mind because it's something that they can control.
It
you know.
makes sense. We're
Makes
sword
sense.
queens.
That's right.
What do you
It makes
expect?
sense.
This is not a comforting place
No,
or a
because it's-
comfortable place
No, it's not
for
totally.
Geminis.
Mhm. So that's your challenge.
Yeah, and the reason we expand on this card is it keeps coming up.
It keeps coming up for you, Gemini.
And it could
So-
also mean there is going to be a major karmic decision coming up
Oh,
this
this-
month in terms of love, your
Yes.
soulmate. I mean,
Yes.
really, that's what
Yes.
this card usually describes.
Right.
Just
Two,
more on
you've
a
got-
mundane level.
Actually, there are two major arcana cards here, so it seems like June is quite a month for you because of this rather major decision that you have to make, or at least you're confronted with the issues concerning a love relationship. But that's probably why the Hangman showed up first.
Yes.
Is it sets you into this mood that carries throughout the month.
Right.
That of ruminating, of seeing relationships from a totally different perspective.
Right. That's it. That's perfect. Okay. I gotta see what the next card is.
She can't wait.
We go on and on about
We
the
go on.
lovers. Sorry.
Oh, of course, it's the deep subject, is it not?
Yes.
I want to see it first.
Oh no.
Another major arcana
It's not
card.
the devil, is it?
You could only wish.
Oh
No.
my gosh. Oh, once again. We've had this before
Yay,
too.
yes.
Okay, it's Temperance.
Temperance.
Which is really nice in the position of the unexpected. And I really feel like this is a card that we had previously. I'm going to have to go back and check because I want to know. I drink the Ava and Trudy Kool-Aid. I watch my videos over and over, just like
Yes.
you guys hopefully do too.
Yeah. And that comes true for us as well. So
Okay.
our predictions come true for us. So.
Yes, so Temperance, what we have in this card. Well, of course, I love this card because it was called Art.
Yes.
So this card tells me that you need to unexpectedly go to your art.
Yes.
We
That's
all,
right.
as Geminis, are very talented, multi-talented.
That's right, you are.
So that is always a great place to go. And sometimes the challenge can actually make us, better.
Right.
Or it inspires us.
Right.
Love, of course, inspires wonderful poetry, wonderful music, great YouTube videos.
Yes, so if you fall in love,
Yes.
it'll inspire your art. And of course, love is the greatest inspiration of all. So this is you discovering your art or immersing yourself in it, or the card is temperance, patience, having patience with yourself, having patience with your relationship, and discovering unexpectedly that you are patient. It's also about kindness. It's also about compassion.
Mm-hmm. And it's also about not diving in too quickly, because
Yes.
here we have the Hanged Man, which Spirit tells you and me, Geminis, that you need to back up a little
Right.
bit and just look at this without self-imposed gatas, right?
Right, or
I gotta do this.
getting caught.
Yes.
Without getting caught
Yeah.
by the events, by the situation, by the all the powerful emotional things that it's stirring up in you.
Yeah, just
Not to
chill.
get caught. Don't get caught, because unexpectedly you need to exhibit deep patience,
Yes.
but also kindness and, you see, compassion, because those are tremendous elements of this card.
I gotta put on my glasses. I can't take this
Oh, jeez,
reading.
there's mine.
3 major arcana cards. I can't take it.
Oh God!
Ah!
Are you going away in June?
No.
Probably not, huh? Because this would be a great vacation card.
Well, end of
Meeting
May.
somebody
actually.
on vacation,
She's trying to set me up.
perhaps.
Forget it. No way. I'm a Gemini. I'm never alone. I got myself. All right.
There's always two people in the room, even when they're alone.
So I really, really think that this card says 2 things. Which, well, these cards are like novels. That's what we always say. So
Yes,
it
they
could
are.
say
They're-
10 things.
Yes, it's what strikes you in
Yeah.
a reading that makes it pertinent,
Yeah, but especially
They're-
majors.
especially majors.
Right.
Yes.
So these are deep onions right here. These
Yes.
cards, many layers. But what I see here, or kind of what comes to me, is that, love is a big decision. Okay, it's a challenge. It's it's the one thing I feel that Geminis probably feel as if they don't need sometimes, because they do have themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So, just reevaluate, just step back and just take the pressure off
Right.
of yourself.
It's a guardian angel too, so always, if you're wanting some answers, simply ask your guardian angel. We have many around us. Just sit quietly and listen for an answer. They'll always help you.
I can't wait to find out what the last card is.
Let's see it right now. I have to see it again. Oh,
What is it?
it's not bad. It's not a major arcana.
It's
card.
not the end of the
No.
month. Woo!
Woo!
Finally!
I see it.
3 of Wands.
Upright.
In the upright. So we've got all this super, fateful, big time stuff happening, and then the end of the month we just have a wait and see.
Well,
card.
it's more than that. I think of it as a little bit more than that. You know what it is? I mean, it certainly is. You've launched whatever it is you've launched.
the 3
Whether
of Wands.
whether
it's passion.
whether it's passion, whether it's your creative project, whether it's you've initiated a relationship, all that. and you need to see what happens with it.
Yeah,
okay?
because it's not a 4.
Right.
A 4 would mean you had actually formed some sort of stable
Right.
situation within this relationship. This is like the card on the way to forming
Right.
the relationship.
But this card is also very interesting, you see, because he's on the very edge of his kingdom. And he's launched his ships out. The ships are full of the things that he's created. And what this is also is sort of looking beyond the horizon. Seeing the situation more than in the way that you're used to seeing things. In other words, stepping outside of your box and kind of taking a risk, a chance, doing things in a way you're not used to doing them. It's almost like a fool, but a little bit more planted and firm. So you've already established many things already. The 3, you're secure in what you've done. But now you want to take it a little bit further out, more globally, let's just say.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what this reading is about. It's like actually putting one foot in front of the other.
Right.
Like you've taken a baby step, and then this card represents taking the first real step
Out.
toward the relationship.
Towards the relationship. And again, it could be that, or it could simply be because, you see, unexpectedly your art comes up, right? Whatever your art is, and that puts you, because the next card is the 3 of Wands, that puts you into a position where now you say, oh, well, maybe I've limited myself.
Right. Well, it's kind of like you're a mad love scientist.
Oh, that's where she comes up with
Because
this.
temperance is all about the alchemical reaction turning base metals into gold.
Yes.
So that's what comes up unexpectedly, temperance.
Right.
So that's alchemistry. So basically, here you are, checking it out, trying to figure out how to do it differently this month.
That's right.
Stepping back, doing it not the way you did it before.
Right.
Yes. Whatever you did before, you're not going to do it that way.
You're not going to do it that way because you've gotten a new perspective on life, on the situation, on your art. And at the end of the month, you're ready.
Yeah, you got the beakers out.
You got the beakers out.
You got the Bunsen burner going. And you actually are getting ready to start some of your experimentation.
That's right, that's right.
Yes.
But in alchemistry.
Yes, you're going to turn whatever you've got here, which is, again, we come back to the Lovers, which is the challenge. The Lovers can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. It can just mean you're going to experiment with self-love.
With self-love, with balancing your inner being, the mind, the body, the soul, to bring them all together in a balance, which provides you total health.
The masculine and the feminine
Right.
aspects of who you
The
are.
anima and the animus.
Right on.
Yes.
And then, if you are in a relationship already, it can just mean you're going to shake it up a little bit and do it differently. And your mate or your spouse isn't even going to recognize you at the end of the month.
No.
Because you're going to take that first
Yes.
step. Now,
That's right. And maybe it even means planning a trip abroad or a trip to, say you want to go to Afghanistan or something.
Ooh! Better cut that out.
Afghanistan is beautiful.
Okay, never
Yes.
mind. All right. But if you are actually looking for love,
Uh-huh.
you are going to look for love in a completely new way.
Right.
And you're going to experiment.
Right.
And you're going to take the first step, which maybe you kind of have been waiting to take that first step. But by the end of the month, you're going to take a step toward love, for love.
For love. For your love, whatever that love may be.
Right.
You're going to do it a little bit unorthodox.
Right. And you're going to turn somebody else, perhaps, your potential lover, you're going to turn them into solid gold.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. yes.
Or you're
So-
gonna, take something that could be sort of two people
Mm-hmm.
who are, on their own, sort of doing mundane everyday things. You're gonna go from two people doing that to two people being golden.
Right.
Not unlike Akhenaten and Nefertiti.
Yes.
Like they got together and look what they created.
Oh, they had 6 children?
Yes.
Isn't that amazing?
Mostly
6,
daughters.
Mostly daughters. Unfortunately, there was a little bit of a plague, and so they had some tragedy. I think that kind of contributed to their eventual downfall, too.
Yeah,
Emotionally,
me
they
too.
fell apart.
Yeah.
But,
So
anyway, that's another story.
it's a really, really wonderful month for Gemini to have
Yes.
a reading.
Yes, King.
So Gemini, Mr. or I should say Mr. and Mrs. Mad Love Scientists.
Yes, you are. And so if you need a little bit more clarification and a little more edification on your particular personal situation, please come to virtualtarot.wordpress.com and peruse our menu of readings. And if there's something in there that speaks to you,
Piques your interest.
piques to your interest,
Yay. Like a
please-
love reading.
like a love reading, which would be the deep meaning reading.
Oh, okay.
We don't name it that, but deep
Okay.
meaning. Please, we appreciate it if you would have a reading from us personally, because it helps to support these free readings, and because it also brings you closer to us and you closer to God, your higher self.
Yes.
So-
it's easy to do a reading.
Yes.
All you have to do, as Ava said, go to our website,
Mm-hmm.
virtualtarot.wordpress.com, peruse the readings, pick one, make a PayPal donation, and then send your question, if you have a
to-
burning question,
Yes, or any
or
we
your
have a free
questions,
question limit.
yes,
but,
we do, to,
AvaTrudy@yahoo.com. That's all there is to it.
yeah, and
We
will,
respond almost immediately.
right, you pop right up
Mhm.
on
You
our
pop
little
right up.
cell phones, and there we
Yes.
are, we're like, yay, new person.
Yay!
So do it, because this is your month. You
This is
have a
it.
major Arcana month coming up in the month of June. Thanks
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it. The last thing we wanted to mention is our Pinterest page that we're really pimping this month.
We're pimping Pinterest.
We're pimping Pinterest. So
All right.
go to our Pinterest page. It's called Tarot Girl, and you'll see in the thumbnail there's a picture of me. It's really lovely. Like it, and then if you would, post your Pinterest page links in our comment section so we can check out what you're doing, what you're pinning, and share your pins with the tarot world.
Yes.
Um,
Thank God for our geek goddess right here.
Right on. So thanks again for coming for the month of June. Don't forget, we've got a documentary coming up about Akhenaten and Nefertiti. Don't miss it.
Don't miss it. They're very interesting.